Hello, everyone. Welcome to nails. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. We're doing something a little differently today because I always talk about how Brave Sir Alfred of Pumpkin sits in the front window. So he's not there now because I'm down here, and so he hasn't settled back down yet. But as we're here for the next hour, it's possible that we will get the Brave Sir Alfred in his home, in his regular spot where he can keep an eye on everything. So fingers crossed that he comes back. But I did want to start there. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm using the Pulp Tarot today. And we are going to jump in. What do I normally say? I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We've got epic troll slayers, and we've got a fantastic community because of you. Thank you so much for being so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. Also, I got a throw sent to me in the mail yesterday. I haven't opened it up yet, but thank you for that. I did not. I'll have to check the gift tag, but I didn't order it, and it said this throw just shows up at my house. So I'm looking forward to that. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. Or you can watch back on 1.25 speed. Now, there are going to be some unusual noises because I'm not in my usual spot. For some reason, the neighbor's generator's going. I don't know why that just started. We haven't lost power, so I don't know what the deal is there. The house phone, the hard line, is down on this floor, so occasional spam calls come through. I'll try to mute, and if that happens, Boo Boo may get upset because I'm not where I normally am. And, or, who knows. But anyway, we're hoping that we get a Brave Sir Alfred coming back to his normal bed where he can watch out the window. So, all right, let me, yes, Marjorie Harrison, live from the dining room. Yes. Oh, Ricky says, and the star of the show, the winner of the Dunkin' Donuts World Championship Donut Eating Contest, Boo Boo's and Kitty. Yes. I just saw him walk behind me. He's not happy. He doesn't like this. So probably jump on the table at some point and I'll have to run him off. But anyway. All right. Let me just jump into the questions. Things still shake when I shuffle, but it's not quite as bad. All right. All right, 4 minutes in. Oh man, just when you thought, seriously, what does this man do that we always think, oh well, that's that. I mean, that's all he can do. He's finished. It's over, and it's never. It's not, because he just keeps finding new ways to cheat and steal and grift. So the LA Times is reporting that Team Trump is combing through obscure GOP bylaws to ensure that Trump can snag the nomination before next summer's convention. Yes, indeed. Snag the nomination early. How is that even possible? Well, they want to plant delegates that will vote for Trump ahead of time. And they're doing it all over the country. So the question is, will this scheme, and it is a scheme, will the scheme work? So we'll have to see. Oh, okay. So, will the scheme work? Yes, dear. That would be boo-boo. Janelle Espinoza says the election rules are pretty tight. Not sure this will amount to much, but what do we know? Hello, Marby. Hello, everybody. Well, this is for the primary. This isn't for the. This isn't the final like electoral college delegates. This is primary stuff. So, will this scheme? He's such a thief. He's such a grifter. He's just awful. Ugh. Lisa says, what? No guillotine? No hangman's noose? Could Trump be mellowing in his own age? Teresa Ford says, I think you said scam wrong. Yeah. All right. So Trump, is this going to work? I'm going to put the cards on the rack. Hello, boo-boo. So is Trump's scheme du jour, scam du jour, is it going to work? Well, we're starting. Hey, you know you're not supposed to be up here. Move it. Go. You know you're not supposed to be up here. Hey. Oh, don't you dare. Mom will turn you into a little rug. Okay, card for the reading. I'm kidding, of course. Star. He thinks he is all that. Of course. All right. So is this scheme going to work? Well, he's trying to grab the reins of power, because this is kind of how it's done. He's running out of options. High Priestess, sneaky secrets to get his far right victory. I'm wondering, let me adjust this a little bit. They got the zoomies. I wonder if there are certain state laws in place. I'm wondering if there's not a little something there that would stop him, because this is absolutely, he thinks he can do whatever he wants. He wants to grab the reins of power. 9 of Wands. He's tried everything else. These are super, super sneaky secrets. Guys. This would be the far right victory, but this aggressive law, it's aggressive law enforcement or aggressive swords come up for election stuff. But this feels like it's fighting against that. Let me see what else I can find out. Yes, Darren, someone hacked Junior's account. It's almost like being a cat. All right. Orangina. Boy, you really are desperate, aren't you? He really does think this is the only way. He thinks that this is his one way of not going to prison. And anybody who has any kind of idea, he wants to do it. Oh, star card. Good point. I need that card for the real. I think some of the other people running will have something to say about this. Guys. Jeez. Maybe this wasn't my best idea. All right, 8 of Wands. Yeah, they're going to try everything. 8 of Swords. There's only so much they can do. Sun card. 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. The other candidates are going to be fighting back. People who believe in the system are going to be fighting back. They'll try Trump, him and his ilk. They'll try anything they can, but it's just not going to work. And he's also got big legal problems coming. So, nil point. Nice try. So he couldn't steal the election. So now he's just trying to steal the primary. See, and who says he isn't creative? I wouldn't have thought of any of this. I would never have it would never have entered my little head as an option. I don't get it. Okay. All right. All right. So speaking of Orangina, 11:30. So Trump took to Truth and ordered the House GOP to completely defund Biden's weaponized government and to create a shutdown. So he's ordering them, shut it down. Kind of like the toward the end of Dark City. I liked that movie. I love that kind of. He knows he's not supposed to be up here. Oh gosh, you guys are funny. But anyway, all right. So they're going to listen to you. Your order to shut it all down. Yeah, Veronica, Johannes, shut it all down unless it includes their paychecks. Exactly. Mal says Dark City was so great. Yeah. Hi. Oh boy. Shut the government down, huh? That would be the card for the reading. Ta-da. Move my tea over here. Strength. Lunacy. High Priestess. Tower. Ace of Pentacles. This would be a remarkably bad idea. The government does not need to be shut down. It really doesn't. You've already accepted the budget. Deal with it. But this is lunacy. This is trying to pull it. I don't know. This doesn't have the higher wisdom kind of feel to it. It has a between the moon and the tower, it has kind of an underhanded kind of feel to it. It would be very damaging, and it would be it would go against the Republican I don't know, their lies about being all about money and what have you. Yeah, trickle down economics. How many times have we proven it doesn't work? But oh well. I keep getting they might, but it doesn't last long, and boy, they get hammered for it if they do it. The Republicans do. Let me see what else I can get. Greta, I'm not sure. Does Congress get a paycheck if the government shuts down? Mm-hmm. Darren, those are your kitties? Okay. Glenn Bird says Boehner and the teabag people did this multiple times. Never a good idea. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not good. The kitties. Knight of Cups. King of Swords. Nine of Cups. Three of Cups. Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords. Well, the Democrats are moving forward. Guys are supposed to be legislating. The budget's already there. It's set up. It's ready to go. See, this is us being okay. And then over here, we've got the whole group of the far right. They're kind of huddled together off to the side. The Queen of Swords, which would be the bulk of people, the bulk of the legislators going forward with a continuing resolution at least. Yeah, they're not going to listen to you, Spiff. Oh, good. Again, no point, or maybe 1 point, but the other side's got a lot more than that. So, anyway. CC Ryder says the LA Times says the Trump campaign. Oh, this jumped. Hang on. The Trump campaign is focused on winner-take-all delegate roles that benefit a frontrunner, and if that's not possible, proportional delegate allocation based on statewide vote tallies. Yep. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Yeah. So this next thing, it's not really a question. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards just to see if it says anything. It might not say anything worth knowing, but I just had to share this with you. It's come out that John Kelly, early on in Trump's reign of terror, John Kelly tried to warn 45 about provoking North Korea because they could do something in return, like try to nuke Guam. Trump replied that that's not an issue because Guam isn't America. God, he's so dumb. He's so dumb. So, yeah, I just want to see if there's anything here. Ugh. That's Trump. How much evidence do you need? These are my 2 evidence cards. How much evidence do you need that Trump is an idiot? Oh, and by the way, what's really hanging over Trump is the justice card. So, yeah, it's a non-thing, but it's not a surprise. We have so much evidence of his stupidity and what it looks like when you do not make it your point to be a lifelong student of the world. If you stop learning, you end up like Trump. So, yeah. Okay, but there was a real question next. I'm not a fan. 1910. Chris Hayes. Hang on, they're fighting. Just a second. Okay. Chris Hayes and others believe that while it's a bit of a long shot, Nikki Haley has the biggest fighting chance against Trump out of all the candidates. As DeSantis and the others appear to be running out of steam, Haley may be the last person standing next to Trump in 2024. And because she's not burning through her money the way the other ones are. and assuming Trump ends up in prison, should have the nomination in the bag. Could this happen? Will this happen? Yes, precious one. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Al. It's okay. You're all right. You're okay. All right. Nikki Haley. Come on down. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Nikki Haley. President Haley. That's not happening. But could you be the nominee? Five of Wands. The others aren't going to give up without it. They're going to be out there fighting for their nomination potential. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands. Corruption. Horribleness. 8 of Wands. Far right. 3 of Wands. The far right has a lot of power right now. They are going to make sure that there's a whole lot going on. They want somebody else. And the other candidates will keep things stirred up as long as possible. Trump is weak. I get that the far right doesn't want her. Now, are they going to have enough power to choose somebody else? Maybe. But I'm just getting the right. They do not like it, and they're not really in much of a mood to what do you call it? To elect a quote unquote rhino. So, yes, John France, vote for prisoner GC34019. I like that. Lois McDonald says, my kitties don't like when you change routine. They're vocal about it too. Yeah. Chris says, like who? Vivek Swami? I don't know if that was a typo, but I like it. Swami? There's a good owl. There's a good owl for me. There's a good brave Sir Alfred a pumpkin. Oh, big stretch. Let me see if I can get anything else. It says that they won't be able to control her. Well, of course, women have to be controlled. Reddit, not a typo. Okay. Vivek Swami. I like that. Card for the reading. This is a card of, this is a refusal. I don't know. They see her as too liberal, or maybe voting for a woman is too liberal. Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. She will run into money problems. She's not burning through her money the way the others are, but I don't know. They right here, this is a whole lot of them seeing her as too moderate, them seeing her, Republicans overall seeing her as too liberal. So she will run into money problems eventually. It's a real puzzler trying to figure in the final days who's going to be running against Biden. If it's not Trump, that is a puzzler. But we'll get there. Okay. And yes, true. Marie Sutton. It doesn't matter who gets the nomination. They're going to lose. Yes. Alicia Bell said, if only stupidity was painful. Well, it's painful to us. That's the problem. All right. So, Alan Dershowitz. Gross 2435. Is he the guy who did the gross stuff? I just throw that out there. Anyway, lawyer and legal scholar Alan Dershowitz firmly predicts that Trump will see several convictions before the 2024 elections. He also feels that a few of them would be tossed on appeals. I I think we've got two sets of questions. I think that's two questions. One is, I don't want to read on Dershowitz. Trump convicted before, 3 cards. Trump convicted before the 2024 election. And Trump's conviction, at least some of the convictions being overturned. Go for the reading. Yes, Phyllis Rohn. Alan, I kept my underwear on Dershowitz. I thought that was him. Ugh. Blech. I know there are good men in this world, but there aren't good men around Trump. Trump is beset on all sides. Mm-hmm. All right. Trump convicted. Ace of Cups. 4 of Swords. 2 of Wands. Yes, and he tries to communicate a lot of that. The trials are going to start, and there's some of them going to start and finish. And he's trying to raise money on that or use it as they're against me there. Yeah, okay. Will Trump's criminal convictions be overturned on appeal? 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Priestess. That doesn't feel like overturned. That feels like his family. This is the dynasty card. Sitting pretty. America. This doesn't feel like appeals. This feels like it continues on. Like this would be more like the Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, where it's more moves on to the family is what that feels like. Let me double check. None of those cards are. None of these cards are about the law. Selma says, I'm late. Is Autumn in the attic? Nice view out the window. You're very sweet. No, I was hoping Alfie would lay in his bed, but he's actually laying in the middle of the entrance hall. Yes, you're a good boy. So I was hoping you'd be able to see. Appeals. I'm going to mute this while they're... Hang on a second. Okay. Little money he has left. That's a burden, and that's the man. Yeah, this just feels like sinking. Just sinking deeper and deeper and deeper. He's in so much trouble, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And we also have the family stuff. So that's what I'm getting. I'm like, and he may be trying. There may be a plan. This is the card of the 3 of Pentacles. It's the card of the plan. But it's not going to work. Not going to work. And then I've been getting the Hermit a lot with him recently. So nice try. And they're going to fail. Fail, 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 fail. So if you're ever wondering where Al is, he's usually right there in his bed, looking out the window. And I can see the entrance hall, and he can see everybody coming and going. Okay. We're moving on to Lisa's question at 2940 about Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch is stepping down as chairman of Fox Corp, Fox News. His son Lachlan, I think his name is. it's not going to happen. I mean, I don't want it to happen, and you know, we don't talk about it like this. I just, in the sense of just grumpy old man yells at clouds, I did laugh out loud. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I laughed out loud because it's reported that Murdoch is basically just stomping around his house wishing Trump would drop dead. I do not want that to happen to Trump at all. It was just, you know, man yells at cloud kind of, you know, get off my lawn, grumpy, you know. It was so ridiculous. It made me laugh. Anyway, Rupert Murdoch stepping down as chairman of Fox Corp, Fox News. Will this finally be the end of Fox? Oh, Foxy Woxy. Earth Yogi says 92-year-old energy. Oh, there's some nice 92-year-olds out there. Let me tell you, there's some 92-year-old people who've been big yoga big yoga people their whole lives, and man, they're doing well on the whole. So, yeah, and codger tantrums. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Who's got the money? Temperance. 9 of Wands, Hermit, Magician, 5 of Pentacles. Well, okay, Murdoch himself, he's just isolated. I wonder if he's having some health problems. But these two things, this is him being on his own a lot, it feels like. This Page of Pentacles, this could be a son. Jolie S. says, my dad's 96. He goes for a walk and or the gym every day. And that's awesome. Magician, they need something to help them, considering how much money they owe to, they're going to owe to Smartmatic. They already owe to Dominion or paid to Dominion. And 5 of Pentacles, Fox is going to be hurting for money for quite a while. And you wouldn't think so. I mean, you think they have so much money coming in, it wouldn't be a big deal. But man, it doesn't feel that way. Hello, precious. Hello, good boy. Hello, good boy. You're okay. CC Ryder says, have fun, Lachlan, with Smartmatic, New York Pension Fund, State of Oregon, Fox shareholder lawsuits for a start. Mm-hmm. John France says they're insured. Yeah. Yeah, but are they insured for $1 billion? Oh, Foxy Woxy. I'm just going to do 3. Knight of Pentacles. Yes, you must go attack, Angerham, Laura Angerham. She's a ham, and she's always angry. 2 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This is the patriarchy must continue, and this is legal decisions and more losses coming up. So they're going to have a hard time of it. I'm not getting like Tower, but it's they got a little pain in their future that they brought on themselves, their decisions. So, all right. Thank you for being here. Azalea had a question. So at 34:30. Let's look at Azalea's question. At the Merrick Garland hearing yesterday, Jim Jordan ran outright when Eric Swalwell was calling out Jordan for defying a congressional subpoena. Will anything ever be done about Jordan? Yeah. Jimmy Jim Jerk. Tigers of Forley says, my first impression of faux news was a gaggle of bleach blondes telling you what to be afraid of. My first impression was, wow, it's a whole channel of trying to look up a woman's skirt. Yeah. Anyway, Jimmy Jim Jordan. Rose Blue says, yep, he tried to beat Holly's speed record. Really? All right, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups. I do get something happening to him. I really do. Because here I've got a 10 of Swords, which would be all of the legal swords sticking into his back. Then I've got a 10 of Cups, which is finally some happy families. This Page of Cups could very well be... I'm not saying he's going to be held accountable for the wrestling disaster, cruelty that disgusting cruelty he just glossed over. But if Jimmy Jim goes down for like January 6th, there'd be some really happy people out there. And of course, he's going to this feels like he's becoming a whirling dervish of, a Tasmanian devil of far right-wing stuff to deflect. And this is us watching it all on TV going, this tea is good. Something's coming for him. And he's going to become even more unhinged. That's what I get. So he says, yes, please. Hear you. I hear you. CC Ryder says, it was a big day at Fox when female hosts were allowed to wear pants. Not kidding. I know, right? Anything else on Jimmy Jim? Whew. Jim Jordan. What do we need to know about Jim Jordan? Ugh. That we don't already know. Ugh. Because we already know more than we want to. 5 of Wands. Yes, yes. Continue your stirring of the... Stir the pot. Stir, stir, stir. Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. So he just keeps trying to stir things up. He's... Look, I almost have evidence. This is Trump the man. But this is out in the cold. This is out in the cold. It does not end well for him. And even at this point, he's gotten away with so much that it's like, please hold these people accountable, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Man, these cards do not end well for him. Not just these, just when I read on him. It's not end well for him. So, the human air horn. He goes up there and starts talking, and it's instantly, whoa. Okay. Veronica Johannes. I almost have evidence. Yes. So, Azalea has a related question. So at 40 minutes in, Azalea has a question. Did Jim Jordan say something in the Garland hearing yesterday that will be used against Jordan? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that didn't go quite the way you wanted it to, did it, Jimmy? CC Ryder says the documentaries on Fox with former producers and staff talk about the stagecraft of clear glass desks and the requirement for women to wear short skirts. Yeah. Yep. Gross, gross, gross. Oh, what's that? Something sticking. All right. It went so well yesterday. Oh, Jimmy Jim, were you going to pull the rabbit out of the hat? Seven of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knights, grandstanding much? Knight of Wands, Five of Wands. He's still trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Nobody wants the rabbit, really, and there's no rabbit there. Anyway, Seven of Swords, Thief, this is the plan. And look. Big grandstanding, but he ends up on the defensive. I'm not seeing a lot of like legal stuff here, and being like yesterday specifically. Visualize 70 says the deck you're dealing with looks very film noir. Yes, it is the pulp tarot. And if it's really hard to see, but it actually says, there it is, pulp. The pulp tarot. The pulp tarot. Kind of comes in and out of focus, but that's what the back says. Yeah, it's really good. It's very clear on camera. So, yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot from yesterday. Having a huge impact on the future. Oh, sorry. Sorry. All right. The GOP proposed budget. Ow. 42. I'll just say 4230. GOP's proposed budget. It's as bad as you think it would be. 30. Save. GOP proposed budget is horrifying. Healthcare stripped away from millions of people, higher poverty and hunger, capitulation to climate change, more tax cheating by high-income people, large-scale disinvestment from the building blocks of opportunity and economic growth, from medical research to education to childcare. It narrows opportunities, worsens racial inequalities, and makes it harder for people to afford the basics. Yeah, that's the GOP proposed budget. And that's in the description box if you want to go through it bit by bit. Will this actually get anywhere? Sorry, I make some noise here for a second. Rose Blue, is it based off the movie Pulp Fiction? No. This is Pulp Fiction itself. All of this was based on the pulp, the pulp magazines back in the books and magazines back in the 30s, 20s, 30s, early 40s. And pulp refers to the low quality paper that was used for Black Mask, the Black Mask magazine, the Shadow magazine, all of that. It was cheap, but it was affordable. Sensationalized. Vigilantes were a big thing. Then you got it kind of mashed together with film noir after the war, where kind of cynicism kind of set in for some people. So that's where you get pulp from. So the Pulp Fiction, Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, it's a reference back to something that already existed. All right. GOP budget. Why am I 3 cards? It's just 3 cards. They don't deserve more than that. Huh. If you don't think kids deserve school lunches, then I don't think you deserve much yourself. Oh, yes, they're far-right victory, victory, victory. Okay, I did not mean to pull 2 cards for the reading, but there you go. 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Oh, yes, they're all together and for their victory parade. Devil, that would be cruelty. 6 of Swords, yes, kick people out. Ace of Swords, and be awful, yeah. There's no popularity here with anybody but the far, far, far right. Ick. Glenn Bird says, yes, 50s crime novellas. Yep. Oh, pulp was already well established by then. Actually, I kind of like, it was actually created later, something called Depression Noir, which was that kind of noir, femme fatale, morally questionable endings or bleak endings, or Maltese Falcon, that kind of thing. But they said, some people after the fact, they set things back in the time of the Depression because it makes perfect sense. And I find that it makes a lot of sense. Because there were problems in the 50s, but man, there were a lot more problems in the 30s. Oops, not upside down. All right. Next Wednesday is the next Republican primary debate. Don't care, but do care, but don't care. You know what I mean? Burden, lunacy, isolation, beat someone with a stick, King of Swords, cut. Yeah, this is not popular. Nope. Yeah. So, Lola Bell, it's interesting. I was sort of pleasantly surprised that Merrick Garland has asteroid Toro bullying exactly conjunct his sun, just like MTG. Garland must have Libra or Virgo, fairness and politeness rising. Yeah. Maybe Virgo, because he's so, if you saw him as a judge when he was on the appeals court, was it appeals court? He was on some court, and he was with a whole group of judges, and he was meticulous. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that was horrifying. Okay, so I don't even know if there's something to read on this. I guess it would be a check-in on DeSantis or Tucker or somebody. Oh. So at 4920, sorry the kitty didn't show up. I was trying. Actually, I think he's on the chair. Are you on the chair? No, he's in the other room, I guess. Yep, I'm gonna guess he's in the family room. Anyway, Michael Wolff has a new book. He's the one who, let's just say his, how do we put this? His he's not known for being he takes liberty with the truth sometimes to kind of punch it up a little bit. I'm glad I made you laugh, John. But the grains of salt or grains of truth. Michael Wolff's new book may be able to be taken with a grain of salt, but in it, he talks about Tucker Carlson and his wife Susie cannot stand Ron DeSantis. That Tucker thinks DeSantis is a fascist, and that DeSantis pushed one of Tucker and Susie's prized cocker spaniels under a table. And he just talked about himself, and he used his outdoor voice inside, and he just talked about himself and his policies and his ideas and himself, and shoved the dog aside. And yeah, so Tucker and DeSantis, I'd love to hear both of them going down the drain in their own ways. Oh, there's a puppy dog outside. You can't see it very well. All right. DeSantis and Tucker. Oh, well, a little bit of popcorn, a little bit of enjoyment watching these two go after each other. Yeah. Let's see if I move that like that. Is that any clearer? Yeah. All right. Ace of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Emperor. He's going back to Florida. King of Wands. Ten of Cups. King of Pentacles. He's just going home to roll around in his vault of coins like Scrooge McDuck. DeSantis, I'm going to do the thing, but the reality is you're not going to be president. You're not even going to be the candidate. So yeah, go back to Florida and be your authoritarian, live your best authoritarian self life. Tucker, okay. We're happy to see him, just to not see as much of him. But he's always just going to go into his money. John Friend says, but Tucker's a good fascist. I know, right? Phyllis Rowan says, Michael Wolff reminds me of Kitty Kelly and her unauthorized biographies back in the day. Exactly. So, Dia says, we have free lunch. Dia Callis, is that it? We have free lunch for all kids in school in Sweden, and we don't pay from 1 grade to university. I'm glad that kids all get fed. Yeah, they both can go whistle by. How many times have I told you my favorite line in the movie Somewhere in Time? Great movie. I love that movie. But Jane Seymour's character, she's an actress, so she's in a play. And in the play, she's a woman who comes home from the theater. She's all upset. Her maid is there. And she's complaining about the man that her mother wants her to marry, older guy, absolutely awful. She's complaining, and the maid says, well, there must be something you like about him. And Jane Seymour's character says, yes, his absence. Yeah, that's how I feel about these people. Anyway, thank heavens the Senate at 5430. Hang on, 5430. The Senate has finally gotten enough votes to sidestep Tuberville. And we have a confirmation of General Charles Brown to head the Air Force. Yay! Other leadership positions are expected to pass swiftly over the next few days while the Senate scrambles to settle things as much as possible before the budget debacle arrives. Will Tuberville find another way to throw a wrench in the works? Valerie Sargent says, I like how you use a dining room table for tarot. I use mine to fold laundry on. Well, you know, I'm not normally down here. I don't normally use this. And I do apologize. My guest of honor did not arrive, but I guess this was too upsetting. All right, military promotions. Can we keep this going? Got to move on. Two things in the middle. Larry Moore says the tree leaves are turning. Are the tree leaves there turning? Or are there red flowers atop? Yes, the leaves are turning. Yes, and the tree in the front goes a deep red. So yeah, it's where are we? Yeah, so this it's hard to see, but there's this green here, that's normal, and yeah, it's going red there. Four of Swords. Well, that's what's been happening, which is a whole lot of nothing. Swords are military. Whole lot of not much. Hierophant, that would be the establishment, the government. Lovers. Justice and the Four of Wands. Page of Wands. Ace of Swords. He's still going to try. They're still going to try some things, but this feels pretty weak over here. The things need to move forward. These people have worked hard for their promotions. But yeah, so Tuberville's weakened, but I don't know. I don't have the strength. The strength here is really behind forward motion. But so he says, I thought it was a Japanese maple. I don't think it's a maple, but I don't know exactly what it is. I was like, did you really write fall on top of some stairs? Don't know what you mean, Mel. Things are going to move forward, but he's going to try, but it's pretty weak. The energy just feels weak. So get stuffed, Tuberville. Okay, and we've got one more question. 5820. New waves, Martin Winter was asking, new waves of migrants are coming, and it seems the whole of Europe is turning more right-wing. Will there be a solution, or will the EU shut itself off and turn completely to fascism? That's kind of worrying. Okay, Europe. Man. How's it going, Europe? You would think that the world would have learned its lesson about fascism about 100 years ago, just under. Very me, my, mine, hold mine close. Yeah, fascism. In this country, this is people who've swilled the cafefe. 5 of Pentacles. These are the refugees. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. 6 of Cups. I'm not liking it. It's not. Okay, this is my clan. And use that word how you will. These are desperate people who have nothing, and they're just looking for work. They're just looking for work, a decent life, safety. And there are people in Europe who feel threatened by that. It's like a zero-sum game. When the reality is, if anyone thinks that the economy is a zero-sum game, somebody needs to sit you down and really explain to you just how big the world is. But this is, this Knight of Wands, this would be making a whole bunch of noise, and then this is nostalgia. So I'm afraid there is some energy in that direction. Now, I don't have an emperor over here, so it's not like a Hitler. But yeah, there's fascism right here, which is just, yep. Change. Some people don't react well to change. It's just sad. Actually, let me ask about the U.S. Same question. Hang on. Oh, something good happened to Cheryl. New Hampshire Democrats won. Yay! Yay! Martin Winter says the atmosphere here in Europe is really bad. So many angry people. Oh, I'm sorry. So he says fascism is alive and well in Europe as well as the U.S. Okay, hang on. Let me see. 102.40. 102.40. Fascism in the U.S. Gross. All right, let's have a look. Earth Yogi says, and a blue tsunami is silent too. Exactly. I hope people stop listening to Russell Brand. That jerk. And you might think, well, he's only been accused. You don't know if it's true. I'm calling him a jerk because if you watched his show, he loves Trump. Loves the right wing. Loves Trump. So yeah, he's a scumbag. And now he's been accused of all this stuff. Apparently YouTube demonetized him, I believe. That's what I heard. All right, fascism in the US. Yay. Let's not do that. Honestly, we haven't completely turned a corner, but it doesn't feel, we came awfully close with Trump to losing a lot of basically good stuff in the country, and High Priestess. So we ultimately used our higher wisdom in the respect that who's president right now? It's Joe Biden. Uncle Joe. Good Uncle Joe is our president. Thank heavens, and thank you for those who voted for him. So we care, we're there are more women getting involved in making sure that they vote. Yeah, there's a struggle going on, but we're still in a position to struggle. We're still in a position to win. Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Tower. I'm reading about fascism in the U.S. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords. Fascism is going to take it in the teeth at some point here. And I'm wondering if this has to do with January 6th trials. People who felt so privileged that they could try to destroy democracy, and they weren't going to, well, I'm not going to be arrested. I'm white. Whatever stupid thing. Fascism is not going to go well in this country. And no matter how much noise they make, people are not, this is my card of voting, people are not going to vote for this garbage. And we can still vote. So, CC Ryder says Ben Shapiro is defending Russell Brand. Oh my gosh. Oh, Shapiro. Who knew that high school debate class where you're just sitting there reading off your screen, that you could turn that into a career? Your right-wing screeds. Yeah, they make a lot of noise. But the majority in the country really does want to be able to vote, really does. Women really do want their basic rights. LGBTQ plus people want their rights. So this whole, I'm better, I'm more important, yeah, that's not going to stay that way. And the thing they just do not understand on the right, the thing they just cannot wrap their narrow little minds around is that this is not a zero-sum game. It's not. We are hardwired that for the last 100,000 years, almost 99,000 years, in the last 100,000, we lived in these tiny little, or actually more like 80,000. But anyway, we lived in these tiny little groups. And there, you had to struggle for every last little bit. There are 8 billion people on the planet now. And we cannot we have not evolved to understand what that means, to even feel what that means. There's so much, all of those people, they need stuff, they need help, they need to buy things, they need services, that's a whole lot of people who need stuff. And because of that, there's opportunity. Where there are people and where there can be commerce, there is opportunity. It's not, oh my gosh, this is it. It's the end of what? It's in the same way that there are a lot of men who think, a lot of patriarchy, men who believe in patriarchy. Please understand that's what I meant. There are a lot of men who believe in the patriarchy who cannot understand feminism, because to them it means, well, then women will have the power and I won't. Whereas like, no, feminism is, we have equal rights. And I respect you and you respect me. It's a two-way street. No. There's only so much power. Therefore, if I don't have it, then you have it over me. No, you moron. That's not what that means. That's who we're dealing with. But there are a lot more of us than there are of those jerks. So anyway, and that is going to do it for today. Our guest of honor did not show up on camera. I'm sorry. But if you're ever wondering, where's Alfie? Where's Braves for Alfred of Pumpkin? He's usually right there. That's where he's, so we can see everything, these things in the house, see things out front. Anybody who comes, they bring the mail. They, somebody's doing something with the lawn, whatever. He's right there. You can see it all, and that's what he wants. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right. I will be right back here tomorrow. I'm here 365 days of the year. And at 3 o'clock, it's 1:27 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel here on YouTube. Other than that, that's kind of how we do. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there really, really are good days ahead. So hang in there, okay? Yeah, exactly, Glenn. Just like a cat, huh? Yep. Robin Roberts says, I bet he shows up after your show. Oh, yeah, when I move my stuff out and it's quiet in here again. But anyway. Yes, Tigress of Forley. There is enough. It's not pie. Yes, exactly. All right, hang in there. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.